The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Now what?
2 minutes. Yes, 2 minutes is all it took for Adidas execs to cut ties with Ye over a phone call. But his fall has been a long time coming. Single-handedly, Ye destroyed his billion-dollar empire over the course of 3 weeks. Yes, he did. After being banned from Meta and Twitter for hate speech, he's back on Twitter since Elon's takeover, and he's learned nothing. Nothing. Social media is rife with clips of Kanye saying the most unhinged, hateful things that are pushing him deeper down a black hole. An icon of our time, who is known for his way with words, is now falling from grace because of that very thing, and it ain't a good sight. So if you're wondering what led to this spiral, let us fill you in with this video on the fall of Kanye West. I've been waiting on this one. After years of controversies, it seemed like Kanye West had a Teflon-like ability to avoid damage. West, who now goes by the name Ye legally, has a truckload of dirt on him. From claiming that slavery was a choice, inviting Marilyn Manson and DaBaby to perform with him, and supporting Bill Cosby, a convicted rapist. He's made many political statements, claiming that George W. Bush hates black people, allied himself with people like Donald Trump, and unsuccessfully ran his own presidential campaign based on anti-abortion, the restoration of the death penalty, and school prayer. Although Ye has consistently been able to rise to the top of the music and fashion industries, his most recent scandal might have just burned his empire all the way to the ground. Following an irrational anti-Semitic rant, practically all of Kanye's business supporters and collaborators dropped him from the project. All of this started with a controversial fashion show in Paris on October 3rd, where models walked wearing White Lives Matter shirts. What's up with that, Ye? On October 22nd, Ye told reporters in front of his daughter's basketball game that after criticizing Jewish people, quote, they'll try to mute you at any costs, end quote. But later when asked what he'd say to those attempting to silence him, Ye laughed and shrugged, quote, I'm here. What are you talking about? We ain't going nowhere, end quote. Okay. In recent weeks, Ye dared partners to sell their stakes in joint ventures by boasting that his largest partner, Adidas, wouldn't be able to fire him for anti-Semitic remarks. And Adidas said, bet. Even Ye's corporate partners, who had long benefited from his cultural capital, were forced into taking severe steps as their cash cow drove them into a moral dilemma. His contracts with Gap and Adidas were initially scheduled to expire in 2030 and 2026. And then it was announced in September that the Yeezy Gap 10-year partnership, reportedly worth billions, would expire after only 2 years. The first of his financial connections came to an end. Ye stated that he was prepared to, quote-unquote, do it alone, and revealed plans for Yeezy stores and Donda campuses across the nation, independent of his present collaborators. Some people think this was all just a part of a larger scheme for the artist to become independent of his business partners and that he somehow finessed his way out of contracts he wanted to get rid of. But losing billions of dollars just doesn't seem like a bright idea. The truth is, the Yeezy empire has fallen apart in a matter of weeks, and he's lost all ties to the fashion industry and the brands he was attached to. Because of his careless statements, minority communities have become the targets of hate speech and dangerous rhetoric once again. At the same time, Ye has given numerous interviews on well-known platforms in which he denounced so-called cancel culture and purported attempts to silence him. Alright, so soon enough, Kanye had his social media accounts blocked and monitored after posting anti-Semitic remarks on Twitter and Instagram. He published a screenshot of a text exchange with music mogul Sean Diddy Combs on his Instagram account, which social media company Meta later deleted. In response to Diddy's challenge regarding the White Lives Matter t-shirts, Ye evoked an anti-Semitic cliche by claiming that Jewish people were in charge of Diddy. What? Following that, his Instagram account was temporarily disabled by Meta. But that didn't stop him. He took to Twitter after a 2-year absence and straight up tweeted something horribly dangerous, vowing to incite harm on Jewish people. Twitter took that mess down after severe backlash and briefly disabled Ye's account. Now, he was still adamant on saying what he wanted to say unchecked after having his social media accounts limited for anti-Semitism. And what better way to achieve that than to make your own platform? So just days after being limited by Meta and Twitter, Ye declared he'd purchase Parler, the quote-unquote uncancelable free expression platform, beloved by conservatives and extremists. Extremists, y'all. Thanks to Elon Musk, Kanye's now back on Twitter, and he decided to make his very first problematic tweet after the suspension. Ye posted a black and white image of NBA player Kyrie Irving on Thursday. Why? Well, Irving is facing harsh criticism over a social media post that some believe encourages anti-Semitism. Just like Ye. Birds of a feather, y'all. Following Musk's takeover, hate speech and racism has gone rampant on the platform, and unbanning Kanye is just the tip of the iceberg. Yo, he's learned nothing. If you've been following West's career for a while, you probably already know that he drafts raps rhythmically first, planning an attack for the beat before deciding what the verses would say. But as of late, Ye's releases don't feel completely cooked. Fans have been confused about what's happening to his music with the release of Donda 2. Songs have been sounding unfinished and incoherent. As mixes are modified and patch notes are distributed, fans have started speaking up against the visible decline in his performance, and Kanye's reputation is suffering from hastily revised albums and promising tracks that were left off the final product. It's hard to believe that this guy was regarded as the best in hip-hop. And you know what's even more worrying? The rapper seems to believe that nothing can diminish his reputation as a hip-hop superstar. He might want to give that further thought. Fans are not happy. Speaking about Donda, we can't not talk about Donda Academy, Ye's cult-like school. Following the rapper's anti-Semitic comments, Kanye West's unaccredited private school in California informed parents that it'll close immediately. The $15,000 a year school has been mostly cloaked in secrecy since it began offering classes in August of last year, and the school's website offers no details about its professors or program. For $15,000 a year, you better tell me something. Around 100 pupils were enrolled, according to reports, and it said that non-disclosure agreements were required for those connected to the school, which is pretty shady, to say the least. What's more, the institution lacked accreditation. $15,000 a year and it doesn't have accreditation? Apparently, students took choir and Parker classes. Yes, Parker was part of the syllabus. From fat-shaming Lizzo to saying the most absurd things about his ex-wife Kim, Kanye hasn't been holding his tongue one bit for the past few months. But people are getting tired of it, whether it's Khloe Kardashian publicly showing receipts on her Instagram, or comedian and actor Michael Rappaport not holding back with his comments on his podcast. Among a slew of obscenities hurled at him for his anti-Semitic views, Rappaport tells Kanye West to stop being a baby and crying over his divorce. It's clear that people are starting to get tired of this narrative that Ye can say anything he wants because he's suffering from mental health issues. While deplatforming him helps to drown it out, it's not a solution, and he's shown that by coming back on Twitter with the same views, right? Even his Madame Tussauds wax figure had to be moved to an archive in light of all this. Fans are also concerned about his health and asking for someone to intervene and give him the help he needs before it gets too late. A new unedited video from October 11th, 5 days after that Tucker Carlson interview, showed a more confused and paranoid Ye. He can be seen making assertions like black people were the real Jewish people, and that professional actors and fake children were being brought into his home to sexualize his children. Okay. There aren't many options left for him. Ye is free to keep creating new shoes, but he might struggle to make any money off of them, simply because there might not be enough people eager to work with his brand or even buy his products. This was put into practice when last week, Ye unexpectedly showed up at the Skechers headquarters in Manhattan Beach, California, and was immediately taken from the premises. Apparently, he was there to pitch for a collaboration. But it seems he forgot one little thing. The company is owned by Jewish people. Now, it seems like we won't be hearing from him for at least the next 30 days, as he's on a, verbal fast. There's no denying that Ye has been a pillar of the entertainment industry for the majority of his 2-decade-long career, but whether he'll survive his most recent self-destructive spiral is anyone's guess. Well, that's all for now. Do you think Kanye can make a comeback after all of this? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.